Hey, Danny, how are you today?
Hey, Dan, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good, thank you very much. This particular fight against Salka, you're coming off of, you beat Matisse last year. Then you had the close win, but a win nonetheless against Herrera. And most people consider you the real champion at 140 pounds. You're undefeated, one of the best young fighters in the world. And my question for you is, why is it that you're fighting Rod Salka, who is not rated in the junior welterweight division, not that highly, a hard-working fighter? I was there when he fought Canelo's brother in San Antonio, fight a lot of people thought that he won, but he's not a highly rated fighter even in the lightweight division. Why is the best fighter in the 140-pound division fighting a fighter with that type of resume?
At the end of the day, I don't pick my opponents. My manager, Al Heyman, does, and I never go against him. He picked the Khan fight. He picked the Matisse fight. He picked the Zab Judah fight. He picked the Herrera fight. He picked all my fights, so I never question him about his decisions. I just accept the fight, and my job is to train hard and go in there August 9th and give the people at the Barclays Center a great performance and a good fight. At the end of the day, my style brings out the best in my opponents, so I'm looking forward to an action-packed fight August 9th, and I can't wait.
Would your preference have been to fight another top contender, or as was discussed, and we talked about this with Lamont Peterson on his portion of the call, to be fighting a unification fight with Lamont, a fight that he said he wanted in January after his victory against Gene. I know you've never really backed off from fighting anybody, like you said, all the guys you did fight. Was that a fight that you would prefer to have?
At the end of the day, it's what Al wants, because I can say what I want, but
I'd like to know what you want. I mean, I understand that Al is the manager and he wills.
Yeah, right now, I got August 9th, so I can't look past anybody. As same way Lamont Peterson, he can't look past Edgar Santana. So at the end of the day, we both got to get these victories, and that's what they want at the end of the year or the beginning of next year. Then we could do it, a unification bout.
What's your plan of attack against Salka, who does not have a lot of experience against the top level fighters?
I got to go in there and be smart. I can't make no mistakes. I got to stay sharp. I got to stay composed. I got to work behind my jab. I got to move my head, and I got to go in there and seek and destroy and look like a champion.
All right, very good, Danny. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
All right, and we'll move on to our next question coming from Lem Satterfield from the Ring.
Hey, Danny, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm blessed. Well, as Dan referenced, given that your past 8 opponents were either champions or A-list guys like Herrera, and given the close call that you had against Guerrera and the notion that Rod Salka is a step down from those past 8 opponents, is there a need or desire, as you kind of just referenced, to win by knockout, to win spectacularly, perhaps similarly as the way you beat Morales in the rematch?
I think it's very important for me to go out there and look good August 9th. I got to go in there and look like a champion. I'm fighting at the Barclays Center. I love the atmosphere there. It's a beautiful arena. I'm very motivated. I did everything right this camp. I have made a lot of mistakes, sparring and stuff. So I'm looking good. I'm looking sharp. And come August 9th is going to be another epic performance, and I'm going to go in there and try to give my fans a knockout.
So you are trying to go. Would you feel, I'll just say it, would you feel, given the competition you faced, if this guy and kind of the criticism that has been leveled against this fight,
that's the media's problem. At the end of the day, he got 2 hands, I got 2 hands, and we're gonna fight. It's a fight. It doesn't matter who it is. He got 2 hands, I got 2 hands, and it's gonna be a fight. It don't matter who they put in there. So, it's gonna be an epic performance. August 9th. 2 guys in there going in there and giving their all, and it's gonna be a great fight.
Andy, thanks a lot. Rod, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Rod, you have said, you're not really worried about what the media writes, and, you're ready for this fight. Will you feel victorious? I mean, obviously, you want to win the fight, but if you go the distance and you give a good fight, what does that do for your career, let alone winning?
I don't care what that would do. I don't have any expectations other than coming in there and winning the fight. Having any other thoughts about that only distracts from the goal, and the goal is to go in there and win the fight. You know what I mean? So that's I'm coming August 9th. I'm coming to win.
Do you feel that there's any extra pressure on Danny? And if so, is that something that you can take advantage of?
Honestly, at this level, I don't really feel like anybody listens to any. None of the fighters are really taking any kind of creed in any of that stuff. Like he said, at the end of the day, we're two guys with two hands, and we're going to go in there and we're going to fight. It really doesn't matter what anybody's saying because that's the fact. So I don't think that absolutely not. I don't think there's any more pressure. You know what I mean? I mean, we don't even feel pressure going in there to fight regardless. It's what we do. It's what we do every day. It's what we train to do. It's what we train to do for years. So at the end of the day, we're going in there and we're doing our job. So there really is no pressure there. It's just a great atmosphere. It's going to be an awesome night, and we're going to go in there and handle our business, and we're going to get it on August 9th.
Okay, thanks a lot. Oscar, one question for you.
Yes.
In the event that both Danny Garcia and Lamont are victorious, is that a fight, as Danny referenced, that you would push for the end of the year?
Well, I mean, it's a fight that has been talked about, but there's nothing that we can push for now because, Danny Garcia and Salka, as much as this fight has been written about and talked about, these are two live, willing, hardworking, and dedicated fighters that are going to give it their all August 9th. So there's really nothing to talk about looking ahead. We feel that making this card, putting it together, we're going to have a lot of shockers, a lot of surprises, a lot of great performances. I mean, we're going to get it all August 9th. I mean, we have fighters that have inspirational stories, fighters that have worked from the bottom all the way up, like Danny Garcia. I mean, Salka, who is served our country. I mean, we have everything on this card, and so there's nothing that we can really talk about, concerning the main events. All we can talk about is we'll have to wait and see what happens August 9th because we don't know what's going to happen.
All right, Oscar, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Again, one more reminder to ask a question that is *1 on your telephone keypad. All right, and we'll go ahead and go with our next question coming from Jeffrey Freeman from Knockout Digest.
Hi, that's KO Digest. Thank you for putting me on the call. My first question is for Danny. Danny, boxing is the what have you done for me lately sport. You've lost a lot of pound-for-pound momentum since the disputed decision win against Herrera in Puerto Rico and now this non-titled debacle with Salka. How do you get that momentum back?
I mean, I already got momentum. I've been training hard. I'm 28-0. I don't have no losses. And I'm always motivated. I feel like I got great momentum now. I just got to go in there on August 9th and perform and get the W. And that's all that matters. Other than what, ratings and rankings and what the people think, it doesn't matter because good media is good media and bad media is still good media. As long as people are paying attention, it makes me relevant. And we're going to go in there and perform. I'm going to go in there August 9th and get the fans a great fight.
You refer to the controversy as the media's problem. Is that really the paying fans' problem? What did you mean by that?
My fans are always going to be my fans regardless. Danny Garcia fans support what he does regardless. For the other people, I can't talk for other people. My fans back me up and they love me no matter what.
What is your gripe with the media's assessment of this fight?
I really don't read articles and stuff like that. But, people can say what they want to say. But, it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication to be a world champion and to face pound for pound and tough fighters and beat them. So if you don't like it, you still gotta respect it because at the end of the day, you know, it takes a lot of hard work to be an athlete, and it takes extra amount of work to be a world champion.
Right on. Is Rod Salka still on the call?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Rod. What do you think about the fact that this fight was downgraded to non-title status?
You know, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do about that. I mean, I'd have rather have been for the titles, but there's, you know, what am I going to do?
Is beating Garcia non-title at welterweight just as good for you as beating him for the title at 40? At 140, I guess what I'm asking you is, what do you have to gain aside from your purse?
I mean, I'm fighting the best fighter at 140 pounds in the world. I mean, the titles are what they are, but I mean, would I rather fight some guy nobody ever heard of for a title, or would I rather fight some guy everybody knows who he is for no title? You know what I mean? At the end, like, it doesn't even, that doesn't even, why wouldn't I want to fight Danny Garcia? He's the best guy out there. It's the biggest fight you can possibly get at 140 pounds.
So it doesn't bother.
I really don't care if I can put a belt on at the end of it. I mean, I can take my purse and go 1,000 of those made if I wanted to. You know what I mean? What is that?
Okay, very good. Good luck to both fighters on August 9th. Thank you.